Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatu Jagatraya Guruhu Krishnam Namasyamyaham. Krishne Namarasithravo Vinihataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samuthitam Jagatidam Krishnasya Dasosmyaham. Krishne Tisthati Vishwametadakhilam. He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Sri Narayana. With blessings of Sri Chanajaya Swamiji, we are continuing Bhagavad Gita. We are in chapter 10. We finished up to sloka 40 last week. So we'll first review the slokas 30 to 40, which we completed last week. Start sharing. Stop sharing. I have to first start the slideshow. Okay. I'll start sharing now. Hope you can see.
Yeah, we can see it. Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Okay, so we're in chapter 10, Vibhuti Vistara Yoga, right? So let us go through the questions. Okay, so Lord Krishna is explaining about who is best among each of those classes, right? So they collected all those classes of beings or characteristics or qualities, attributes, and compiled here. So the first question, who or what is the best among the following classes? Descendants of Diti?
Yeah, Prahlada.
Prahlada. Those who can count time. Those who count time.
The death, Yama.
Yes,
Kala.
death.
Yeah, death.
Yeah, death. It's very strange, right? Those who count time, there are some people who are counting time, imagine, right? So who is the best among those who are counting time? That is the death. Death, if you consider death, is the one that is counting time because, it's very accurate. There's no forgetting about, there is no miscalculation in death. Who is best among beasts?
The lion.
Lion. Birds?
Garuda.
Garuda. Moving things?
Wind is wind.
Wind. Yes. We cannot, hold wind, contain wind, right? So, then those who bear weapons?
Kshatriya.
Kshatriya. I mean, in Kshatriya, those who was the best among those who were bearing weapons?
Sri Rama.
Sri Rama.
Rama. Sri Rama. Among fishes? Among those animals
Crocodile.
or beings
Crocodile.
which live underwater?
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Makarascha.
Crocodile.
Amphibian.
I mean, it's so powerful while it is in the water. And so our senses are compared to the crocodile in water, right? Because it's very difficult to control our senses while it is in this nature. It is going to be, difficult to control our senses. They become powerful. Like crocodile becomes powerful when it is in water. right? So senses also become powerful when they are influenced by the nature. Okay. Next is flowing streams of water.
Janhavi.
Yeah.
Janhavi.
Ganga river.
River
Yeah.
Ganga. Alphabets.
Akarasmi. Akara.
Akara. Letter A. Compound words in grammar or samasas.
Dvand.
Bandhva.
Dvanda samas. Dvandva. Then Sama hymns.
Veda, Yajurveda.
Bruhat. Bruhat.
Bruhat Sama. Bruhat Sama is the best among the Sama hymns. Vedic poetic meters.
Gayatri meter.
Gayatri Mantra. Among months.
Margashira.
Savan.
Margashirsha. Margashirsha is what Lord Krishna said. Margashirsha is a month very auspicious among
Which
all.
month is that? Sorry? In
That is December,
or December.
approximately December, yeah.
Okay, got it.
December, January overlaps. It is the Margashirsha month only the Bhagavad Gita is revealed
Mm-hmm.
in the month of Margashirsha. And also Tirupavai Navratam is performed in Margashirsha month. Among seasons, what's the best?
Spring. Vasanta.
Seasons
Spring
is
season.
spring, right? Vasanta.
Vasanta.
Deceitful activities,
Gambling.
Yeah.
gambling. Descendants of Rishni, Yadava clan,
Yes.
Lord Krishna, of course.
Pandavas.
And among Pandavas,
Arjuna.
Yudhishthir. Oh, Arjuna.
no, Arjuna. Munis who practice silent meditation. Munis, among Munis,
Vyasa. Vyasamani.
Vyasa Maharshi. And wise and learned seers,
Shukracharya.
Sukracharya. So I am those, he said, right? I mean, they are all those qualities, whatever is the best that we consider is emanating from me, is what Lord Krishna is saying, right? So whoever is having those qualities, when we see them, that quality, we need to recognize that it is the Paramatma's Vibhuti, uh, his auspicious quality is sovereignty, is making them possess and display that quality. Okay. Then who is the reason or cause for beginning, middle, and end of creation?
Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
Paramatma. Paramatma.
Paramatma, sir.
God, Paramatma, Lord Krishna, right? So I am the cause for the beginning, middle, and end. End of creation. Of course, the creation continues, cycle continues. It doesn't stop, right? So I am the one who is the cause. Lord Krishna is saying. What is the best knowledge among all subjects of education?
Atma Jnana or Paramatma. Knowledge of
Right.
Paramatma and Atma.
Right, Adhyatma Vidya. That is knowledge of Atma
Right.
and Paramatma. Right. So any life that is spent without acquiring this knowledge is totally wasted. I mean, this knowledge is the real wealth, not the wealth that we see in this world. In fact, today and tomorrow, we are celebrating Krishnastami. It's also called Sri Jayanti. So why is it called Sri Jayanti? Sri Swamiji explained this in the message today in Jet World video, YouTube channel. Anyone? Why is Lord Krishna's birthday is referred to as Sri Jayanti?
Yeah, I was listening to that. I forgot. He said today is a Smarta Jayanti and tomorrow is like yeah, Sri Vaishnava Jayanti.
I mean, there is a scriptural significance on when to celebrate, based on the month and star and things like that. So,
The Tithi is
different sampradayas have different. That's fine. But why is Lord Krishna's birthday referred to as Sri Jayanti? Sri refers to what?
Lakshmi Devi.
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi Devi means
Wealth.
wealth, right? So today, the real wealth, is it's a birthday of real wealth. Why?
Because you gave Bhagavad Gita, that's the message he gave. Bhagavad Gita message, that's the
Right. Yes. So the entire Paramadha, the significance of Lord Krishna's birth is to give the message of Bhagavad Gita to us, right? So, and this message of Bhagavad Gita is the real wealth that protects us. I mean, wealth is what it protects us. It keeps us happy, isn't it? If you take money, we use it for our protection. It supports us. It keeps us happy, not just today, but tomorrow. As long as we have that wealth, it will support us. So it will keep us happy, and it will lead us to happiness. So this wealth of Bhagavad Gita is the real wealth. And today, Lord Krishna is born, right, tonight. He gave this real wealth to us. So it is the birth of, is, the real wealth is born today, right? So that is why we refer to Lord Krishna's birthday as Sri Jayanti. It's a wealth birthday for the real wealth, that is Bhagavad Gita. Of course, if Lord Krishna did not take birth, then this real wealth would not have been distributed to us, right? Nobody else can explain this knowledge to us other than Paramatma himself, right? If other learned people are explaining, we'll be lost. We'll not get the complete idea. We'll be confused and all that. Nobody knows Paramatma better than Paramatma himself. Exactly how who he is, right? So that's why Lord Krishna took the avatara, and Paramatma took the avatara as Lord Krishna and gave this knowledge to us, so that there is no confusion. This knowledge will again, continue in this world for millennium, right? Millions of years. Again, with blessings of acharyas to carry this knowledge from generation to generation and pass it on to us, right? So that is the real wealth. This knowledge is the real wealth. The next question: what is the best among arguments of debaters?
Vada.
Vada is the best among the arguments. The logical reasoning that extracts truth, not the debates that, one-sided debates, like irrespective of the truth, either I'm winning or you are the loser. That's all. The debates, if that kind of debates are going on, that is not the best. The best is the debates which extract the truth. Who is the eternal, endless time?
Yeah, Yamakinkara.
No, that is God.
Paramatma, right?
Paramatma. Paramatma.
Paramatma is the eternal, endless time. Who is the energy behind the four-headed Brahma?
Paramatma.
Paramatma. Okay, so Paramatma is the creator of Brahma. Paramatma is the one who gave knowledge to Brahma. Paramatma is the one who is supporting Brahma in making this entire creation. So this creation, yes, it is happening through Brahma. He is the one who is doing it, but he's just an instrument. Okay, so the entire energy, knowledge, support is Paramatma. The material, all the material, everything is given to Paramatma by sorry, given to Brahma by Paramatma. Okay. Who is the energy behind the servants of Yama?
Paramatma.
Paramatma. So those who snatch life of everyone. So Yama is the devata of death, the one who bestows, the one who gives death to all beings. Of course, not directly, but through servants, right? So servant energy to the servants is given by Paramatma. What is the best thing that happens to any being that is born?
Get out of karmic bondage and not be born again.
The birth itself is best thing for the birth.
Yeah, yes. So we really need to celebrate our birth, right? So one is we say the birth is because of karmic bondage, right? So this particular life is kind of painful. Every birth is painful. That's what Lord Krishna said in one of the slokas. No birth is an exception. And our goal is to come out of this cycle. But for one who is taking birth, what is that activity which is the best that happened to anyone, any one of us?
Realization.
Is the birth itself.
What it's allowed.
Right. That is the best that has happened to us. Because only when we take birth in this body, we are able to, spend that karmic bondage. We are able to experience that karmic bondage, which will remove whatever is there in the store for us, will be removed. And this birth gives us the opportunity to clear the karmic bondage, which we have not experienced so far. And that we can clear through Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, right? All are, complementary to each other, not distinct, right? I mean, not opposites or not, if I'm able to perform Bhakti Yoga means it is supported by Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. If I'm able to perform Karma Yoga means it is supported by Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, like that. So it is, we are able to practice these principles that are given in Bhagavad Gita only because we took birth. So that is the best thing that has happened to us. Of course, we should not make it the worst thing to happen, because if we continue to acquire more karmic bondage, that is, we are basically going downwards, right? So that would be the worst that can happen to us. So we can use that event for our benefit, or we can use that event for our demise, right? So that is the best thing that has happened to us. Not all these possessions, material relationships, and everything. Those are all secondary. And after so many births, we are fortunate to get a human birth, right? So this birth, of course, every birth is precious. Out of all the births, human birth is the most precious because we are able to get this knowledge, practice this knowledge. No other creature can do that. Animals and birds and stavaras, the stationary objects, cannot get this knowledge or practice this knowledge. Okay. What are the best among virtues?
Thinking about
Mm.
Paramatma.
Yeah, fame, prosperity, eloquence, memory, intellect, courage, all that. This
Right.
forgiveness.
So there are several virtues that Lord Krishna gave us here. Fame, prosperity, eloquence, talking, memory, intellect, courage, and forgiveness are the best among virtues. These are all supported by Paramatma. It's not that Paramatma is just quoting them, because he likes them or something like that. Or, it is we understand these are very important for us. They're best things. All that is best is Paramatma's Vibhuti. That's what Lord Krishna is saying here. Mm. On what day was Bhagavad Gita revealed to the world?
Janmashtami.
Margashira Shuddha Ekadashi.
Yeah, Shukla Ekadasi in Margashiram.
Shukla Ekadasi in the month of Margashira. So today Janmashtami or Sri Krishna's Jayanti, and today he took the avatara, and in this avatara he gave us this knowledge. So today is the birth of the real knowledge for us, right? That's why we are celebrating Sri Jayanti. The actual message of Bhagavad Gita is given to us in the month of Margashira at the beginning of Kurukshetra War. But of course, it is revealed to us on the Ekadasi day through when Bhishma fell down in the war field and Dhritarashtra asked, what are they doing? So Sanjay started narrating. So that is when the entire Bhagavad Gita is revealed to us.
So the month Magh is the December month or?
Yeah, approximately.
Okay.
Margashira, December,
Mhm.
November, December, January.
Got it.
Uh, okay. I skipped some questions, I guess. And then, who is the seed of all beings?
Paramatma.
Paramatma.
Paramatma. Who exists in all movable and immovable beings?
Paramatma.
Paramatma. There is nothing in this world Paramatma does not exist. Right? See, any being is either moving or not moving. There's nothing in between. Right? So Lord Krishna made it clear that I'm in all this. So there's nothing, even if you take a small atom, one atom or part of an atom, Paramatma must exist there. Is there any end or limit to God's divine vibhutis?
No, sir.
Vibhuti is extent of Lord's will to rule, right? His rulership, his sovereignty, his majesty, there's no end. Okay. Okay, any questions? Okay. No? We will move on to
Recap of the whole chapter, kind of, not at least last 10 slokas, right?
yes, yeah.
To revise them. Yeah.
Vibhuti Vistara Yoga. So okay, we'll move on to sloka 41. I'll share my screen. Mm. Okay, start sharing. You can see?
You can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Please chant. Yadyad vibhuti matsatvam
Yad
Yat yat vibhutim sattvam
srimadurjitameva va
Srimad
Srimadurjitameva
Urjitameva va
tattadevavagachatvam
Tattadeva
Tatadevagachatam
mama tejomsya sambhavam.
Mama
Mama
Tejo
Tejosha
Sambhavam
Sambhavam
Let's chant together.
Yed
Yad
Yad
Vibhutim
Vibhuti
Sattvam
Matsatvam
Yadyadvibhutimatsatvam
Sattam Srimad Urjitam
Srimadurjitameva
Eva
Srimadurjitameva
va
Tattadeva
Tattadevavagachatvam
Tatadevavagachatvam
Mama
Mama
Tejo
Tejosha
Tejosambhavam.
Sambhavam.
Okay. The Lord Krishna is saying, Yat yat sattvam vibhuti mat. Whatever beings manifest the glory of Lord's command. Okay. Srimat possess radiance, beauty, wealth. Srimat is possessing the radiance, beauty, wealth, right? Urjitameva va, or even engage in noble endeavors, auspicious works. So, whatever beings manifest the glory of Lord's will, possessing radiance, beauty, wealth, or engaging in noble activities, auspicious works, right? Whatever you see, whatever beings that you see in this world, okay? Tvam avagacha, tat mama tejaha amsa sambhavam. That. Okay, so those beings, mama tejaha amsa sambhavam, are born from a fraction of my power, my splendor, my potency. Okay, so all the things that he explained about all these different classes of beings, and in each of these beings he quoted what is best, right? As an example, as a way for us to understand his vibhuti in detail, right? So one is to just say, oh, I have the sovereignty of this entire world. I am the creator, I'm the supporter, I'm the dissolver of this entire universe. Everything is emanating from me. I possess all auspicious qualities. That is still like a little bit vague, right? It is not clear to us to comprehend, to understand. So Lord Krishna gave several examples, these are all the best. I am that best. These are all the things that are best in each of those categories. I am consider me or understand that I am the best in those classes of beings. Doesn't mean that the others are not supported by him, but if he is supporting the best, then we automatically understand that everything is supported by him only. So whatever beings that manifest the glory of Lord's will, right? Whatever beings that possess mighty power, whatever beings that have, brilliance, radiance, wealth, beauty, and all these auspicious qualities, whatever beings that engage in great endeavors, you know, you know, you must know, you should know that they're all coming from me, born from a fraction of my power. Not, this is not the entire thing. It's just my fraction of my power only, fraction of my splendor. So whatever you see in this entire universe is a small fraction of my Vibhuti, right? Don't think that, oh, this is this is what Paramatma is, a whole, only this much, right? It's just a small fraction, right? So there are so many things that we still don't understand about Paramatma. Even this itself is so, so great for us. It's very difficult for us to comprehend. That entire thing is just born out of a small fraction of Paramatma's, power, or under his, a small fraction of his will is making this whole thing function. Okay. Any questions on this? So we just need to comprehend.
explain, I'm sorry, and I'm just thinking the context why he's saying, just to tell everybody that he's even bigger than what we think. That's why,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
right. So just a small fraction, So if we consider that this whole universe that we know of, we think that is like, let us say one, if we can imagine that he is controlling this whole universe, his entire potency, in his entire Vibhuti is millions of times bigger than this universe. Okay, so we can imagine that at the same time he is ruling over several universes like this. Okay, it's not that, full-time business to just rule this this universe. He is ruling over several um, universes like this. So don't think this is the limit to my power. The limit is only this universe. Here, my limit, this is just a small fraction of my power, my sovereignty. Okay. So then we can, suddenly it will hit us. Oh my God, Paramatma is so powerful, right?
I mean, not that it matters, and just quick, and I mean, I don't think it may not add much value, but it's curious, right? You mentioned that a lot of other universe, Brahmandas, right? Akilanda Brahmanda, right? It's very possible that Kauravas and all those things that might have happened in the one of those universes than this one? Probably not.
No,
Because it's still okay.
in the same, yeah. So that's a good question, actually. Like, is it possible for us to take birth in those other universes, right? What kind of beings are in those universes? We don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Is it really human beings in those universes, which we can never go? It is impossible for us to
yeah, you can.
go, right? So there is there are some measures that are given in the scriptures that between one anda and another anda, how much distance is there and all that, how much gap.
Yeah.
So we are not even able to visualize the end of this particular sphere, universal, right? So it's unimaginable for us to even think of the other world where some creation is going on, and so it must be happening at the same time. I mean, see, imagine this knowledge is there when some other people on this earth thinking earth is flat, sun revolves around earth, there's nothing else beyond this, whatever I can see, but the value of our scriptures is so much that it's able to explain all this universes, concept of universes, concepts of creation, and all that. Um, and concept of space within an atom.
Right.
First of all, people didn't even know about atom 5,000 years ago, right? A few hundred years ago. And there must be space inside the atom. All this great knowledge is embedded in Bhagavad Gita, just Bhagavad Gita itself. This is just a summary of the entire scriptures. If you take the whole scriptures, then there's a lot more knowledge.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So next sloka. Oops. I'll share again. Listen. अथवा बहुनैतेन
अथवा
अथवा
बहुनैतेन
किं ज्ञातेन तव अर्जुन
किं
ज्ञातेन तव
अर्जुन
अर्जुन
विष्टभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्नम्
विष्टभ्याहमिदं
विष्टभ्याहमिदं
कृत्स्नम्
कृष्णम्
एकांसेन स्थितो जगत्
एकांशेन
एकांशेन
स्थितो
स्थितो
जगत्
जगत्
Let's chant together.
अथवा
अथवा
बहुनैतेन
बहुनैतेन
किं
किं
ज्ञातेन
ज्ञातेन
तव
तव
अर्जुन
अर्जुन
विष्टभ्याहमिदं
विष्टभ्याहमिदं
कृष्णम्
एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्
Lord Krishna is continuing. Hey Arjuna, Athava etena bahuna jnatena tava kim. What is the use to you with this extensive knowledge? Aham sthitaha, I establish, idam krishnam jagat, this whole universe, Vishtabhya, controlling, regulating, and sustaining, Ekamsena, by a fraction of my power. Okay, so So Lord Krishna is saying that what is the use of knowing this extensive knowledge when I'm able to control this entire universe with a small fraction of my power. Ekam Sena. Like if he has a million parts, with one part he is controlling this whole thing. Okay, so what is the use of knowing what is the use of knowing this knowledge means like one way to look at is you will not be able to completely understand this whole thing, right? So you are able to get the small, or this even he didn't even explain completely this one's fraction of his power. He explained only a small part of that, right? That fraction of his power. Okay. So what is the use of knowing the whole thing? Is in a way he's saying that my power is millions and billions of times greater than what I have told you just now. Okay, my Vibhuti is so huge, so many millions of times than what I have explained to you. Okay, it is beyond your imagination. Okay, so whatever you see here in this universe, whatever you experience as my Vibhuti in this universe is just a small fraction. Okay, and my whole Vibhuti is millions of times bigger than this. Okay, um, so what's the use of just knowing a little bit is what is kind of saying. No matter how much you try, you will not be able to understand. It is beyond your comprehension, right? So it is good for us to know that. That's all. Is the summary. So he gave all the examples, all the, when when Arjuna asked, explain your Vibhuti to me, then he gave all the examples of what is best in each of those classes and said, I am that, or I am all those are supported by me. Everything is emanating from me and all that. And whatever I told you just now is summary of a small fraction of my Vibhuti. Okay. So based on that, we can imagine how great Paramatma is.
Are you saying like so is Krishna what he meant is, in other words, even if he explains the entire thing, you won't be able to understand? That's what he's saying.
Right.
Oh,
It's beyond our comprehension. Okay. So we just need to understand how how big his Vibhuti is and how vast his Vibhuti is, based on this small thing, right? So if let us say I have a million characteristics, okay, I explain to you two, okay, and I say there are all the remaining ones that I did not explain. What's the use of knowing those two? Isn't the use of knowing those two and saying that there are a million more or million times more is we can, we can use our imagination to see. It's not that we focus on only those two and think this is what Paramatma is, right? So, yes, that is Paramatma, that is supported by Paramatma, but Paramatma's Vibhuti is a million times more than what he just mentioned, right? So, the value of knowing this and then thinking, oh, he is this, he is that, is now only a small fraction. There's a lot more that we can't even comprehend. It's much more vast, right, than what he explained to us. This is sufficient for us to understand from our point of view, a small thing, right? But we should not think that is what his entire Vibhuti is. So his Vibhuti is million times more, millions of times more than what he explained. Okay, so yeah, in a way he's saying, okay, what's the use of knowing this, this knowledge, right? When I have not explained to you a million times that that is what really I am, and even if I try to explain, you will not understand, or there won't be sufficient time, right? So just remember that that is what I am, not just this.
He's asking Arjuna, why did you ask that question?
No, no.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering why Arjuna didn't ask like us. ఎందుకు చెప్పావయ్యా
No, I mean, see, it's like, I explain to you for 5 minutes and say, it's like this is nothing compared to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So you say that, right? Like what I have shown you is just nothing. Let us say we have $1 billion in bank and then just $10 in our pocket and say, oh, this is my wealth. This is nothing compared to what I have. It doesn't mean that $10 is not zero value, right? But $10 value is very low compared to the $1 billion that I have in the bank. Okay, so what use is this? I'm just, okay, you take it. I mean, if I just say, okay, just take $10, right? What use is this for you? When I have $1 billion, or this is nothing compared to what I have. That is the context.
Right. Yeah. అంటే ఐమ్ సారీ ఐమ్ యూజింగ్ తెలుగులో అంటాం కదా, అంత ఎందుకు అంత చెప్పడం, లైక్ ఇదంతా ఎంత చెప్పినా అదే ఫ్రాక్షన్ అన్నట్టుగా.
Yes. Right. Okay. Thank you. So that's the end of chapter 10. Vibhuti Vistara Yoga. Let us conclude chapter 10. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu
Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu
Dasu
Upanishatsu
Upanishatsu
Brahma Vidyayam
Brahma
Vidyayam
Vidyayam
Yoga Shastre
Yoga
యోగశాస్త్రే
Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Shri Krishna Arjuna
శ్రీకృష్ణార్జున
Samvade
సంవాదే
Vibhuti Vistara Yogo Nama
Vibhuti
विभूतिविस्तरयो
నామ
नाम
Dashamodhyayah.
दशमोऽध्यायः
Dashamodhyayah
Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha.
Shri Krishna
श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे
Parabrahmane
नमः.
Namah.
Jai Sri Manavana.
Jai Shri Manavana.
Shri
Krishna.
So we'll start chapter 11. Chapter 11. Open chapter 11. Light show. Okay. share my screen. You can see chapter 11.
You can see it. Chapter 1, chapter 11, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's work out.
Yeah. Please chant. अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः
अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः
अध्यायः
विश्वरूपसन्दर्शनयोगः
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 अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
मदनुग्रहाय परमम्
मदनुग्रहाय परमम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन
यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन
मोहोऽयं विगतो मम
मोहोऽयं विगतो मम
Let's chant together. मदनुग्रहाय
मदनुग्रहाय
परमम्
परमम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
यत्त्वयोक्तं
यत्त्वयोक्तं
वचस्तेन
वचस्तेन मोहोऽयं
मोहोऽयं
विगतो मम
Arjuna started speaking. Arjuna said, Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam. Paramam Guhyam, the supreme mystery, Adhyatma Sangitam, concerning the Atma. Okay, so the supreme mystery concerning Atma, Yat Tvaya Uktam Vachaha, which is spoken of you, sorry, which is spoken by you, Matanugrahaya, as a blessing for me. So this supreme mystery concerning Atma, which is told by you as a blessing for me. Tena mama ayam mohaha vigataha, has completely removed my delusion through that speech. Okay. Tena is by that speech. Mamam ayam mohaha, my delusion. Vigataha, completely removed. So Lord Krishna so far completed 10 chapters, right? In the first six chapters is called as what Shatkam?
Karma Shatka. Anna.
Atma Shatkam.
Karma Shatka. Sorry, sir. Why we are forgetting?
Right? So you spoke to me, you explained to me about the great mystery concerning Atma, that mystery, that knowledge which is supreme mystery, right? So about Atma, you explained to me, as a blessing for me. You blessed me. Okay, you explained to me. I consider it as your blessing, right? That is what Arjuna is saying, that you blessed me with that knowledge. Okay, and that knowledge of Atma, concerning Atma, has completely removed my delusion. Okay, so you basically, by explaining about Atma, you have removed my delusion, O Lord Krishna. Okay, it's your blessing. It's not that you're, you know, um, is Arjuna paying Lord Krishna to get that knowledge? No, right? Or is Krishna obligated, like has to give that knowledge to Arjuna? No, right? So he, out of his own wish, he blessed Arjuna with this great knowledge about Atma. By knowing that, my delusion has been completely removed. So what is the delusion that Arjuna had?
I am fighting. I'm the.
Body thinking it's, yeah,
Yes, yeah,
identifying himself with the body.
I am body is the primary delusion. That is ahankara, primary delusion for all of us. That has been removed. So I know about Atma completely. I know about myself. That is Atma. I'm not body. And what are all the attributes of Atma? And why I'm in this body? Why am I, having all these kinds of, you know, emotions, reactions, and all that. All that, everything is explained with the concept of Atma and concept of Atma taking a body and and possessing all these qualities that we see. What are all the qualities? The three qualities that at a very high level
Sattva, Rajas,
that we possess.
Sattva, Rajas, Tamas.
Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So we are acquiring these three qualities from nature. Our body is made part of, our body is part of the nature, and body is acquiring these and demonstrating or displaying these qualities. Those qualities really do not belong to me. So the differentiation between Atma and body has been made clear. What is the goal for us is made clear, right? So is our goal to, uh, you know, related to body, or should our goal be related to Atma?
Atma.
Yes, our goal should be related to Atma, and body is a mechanism or an instrument given to this Atma in order to function, to clear the karmic bondage, to attain the the goal that Atma is supposed to attain. So without body, again, in the previous chapter, Lord Krishna said, birth is the best thing that happened to us, right? So without the body, we cannot do anything. So the body is really important, but body is not the goal. Whatever body's goals are not our goals, right? Our goals are different from body's goals, which are beyond this particular body, right? So this body will help us in attaining the that goal, that ultimate goal. So all that is made clear to us, clear to Arjuna. Arjuna is saying, so the first 6 chapters after come cleared my delusion. Okay, starting from who I am Atma, and um, what is my goal? My goal is to become a yogi. My goal is to attain that state of self-realization, God realization, and not enter this cycle of birth and death again. That is my goal. And all the things all the principles that I need to practice in order to attain that particular goal. Everything is made clear to me. So, thank you, Lord Krishna, he's saying. Okay. Any questions? Quickly try to summarize some of the points. Not everything. Right. Okay. So next sloka. Mm. Please chant. Second sloka. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam
भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां
srutau vistaraso maya
श्रुतौ
श्रुतौ
विद्यरसो मया
मया
tvattah kamalapatraksha
त्वच्च कमलपत्राक्ष
Raksha
mahatmyamapi chavyayam.
Mahatmayam api cha avayam
Let's chant together.
Bhava
Bhavapyayo hi
api ayubi
bhutanam
utanam
tau
Shruto
vistaraso
vistaras
maya
maya
tvattah
Tvat kamal patra
kamalapatraksha
aksha Mahatme api
Mahatmyamapi
avisham.
Lord Krishna is saying, Hey Kamalapatraksha, O lotus petal-eyed Krishna, O Lord Krishna, Bhutanam Bhava Api Ayau Tvattaha, Bhutanam of all beings. Bhava Api Ayau, creation and dissolution. So creation and dissolution of all beings, Tvattaha are proceeding from you. So you are the reason, you are the cause for the creation and dissolution of all beings. Okay. Vistarasaha srutau maya. Like that, the creation and dissolution of all beings as proceeding from you have been heard by me in detail. Right? So you explain to me that everything is proceeding from you. The creation and dissolution is happening because of you. Okay, proceeding from you. Okay. Avyayam mahatmyam apicha. So, and also your unlimited greatness. So you explain to me that your everything is proceeding from you, and you explain to me in detail about your unlimited greatness. Where did he explain? In chapters 8, 9, and 10, right? Chapter 8, chapter 7, 8, 9, 10. So he explained about Paramatma and explained what he does, right? Again, that includes explaining about Paramatma. And then explain in great detail about his greatness in chapter 10. Isn't it? So 7, 8, 9, Lord Krishna talked about himself and Bhakti Yoga, which is explaining about the means to attain himself. And he gave the knowledge that will enhance bhakti in us, that will kindle, motivate our bhakti towards Paramatma. Right? Otherwise, we will not feel like, why should I have Paramatma as a goal? Why should I have bhakti? So if we know about Paramatma's greatness, then we will have bhakti towards Paramatma. We will have that unconditional love towards Paramatma. We'll surrender to Paramatma. So all that is explained in chapters 7, 8, 9, 10. So Arjuna is simply summarizing that in the previous sloka I said, you explained to me about the great mystery of Atma and removed my delusion. And later you explained to me about yourself and the means to attain yourself. and explain to me about your greatness. Okay, that you are the master of all. You are all beings are existing because of you. The creation, dissolution are happening because of you, and all beings are existing for your gratification only, not for their gratification. Okay, so whatever we are doing, I mean, just simple one sentence, but it will, if you try to apply it to ourselves, right? So whatever we are doing is Paramatma's activity for Paramatma's service. Okay, not my activity for my own benefit. It is Paramatma's activity I'm doing as Paramatma's service to Paramatma. I am just an instrument, and I am supported by Paramatma. Okay, so if all the any effort that I'm putting, the thinking that I have, the memory that I have, the knowledge that I have, everything is because of Paramatma. The energy, everything is Paramatma only, and I am just an instrument in his hands, and I am doing this work, which is Paramatma's work, as service to Paramatma. So that is what Lord Krishna explained to Arjuna, right? And Lord Krishna also explained about all the unique qualities, the great qualities that Paramatma has, right? Like knowledge, strength, and everything. Okay, that we do not possess. Only Paramatma is the one who possesses it. We as Atma also cannot equal Paramatma. Supporter of all is a Paramatma, supporter of all, and you are the reason why everything is functioning here. Okay, so all that is explained to me in the last two chapters, last few chapters. Okay, so the reason why he's saying this is that you explained to me about all these things. Now I'm interested in seeing you, not just knowing about you, but I want to see you, your form, right? That is what he's going to ask now. Okay, so basically, he's he's not satisfied with just the knowledge, right? I want to see you, like somebody who's singing or saying, a lot of good things, but we are not seeing their face, for example. If we, as our curiosity increases, as our, you know, you know, we basically would want to see that person, right? So Arjuna wants to see that Lord Krishna in that particular form, who is possessing all these qualities, who is able to demonstrate, who is able to show his greatness. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, why? I mean, Arjuna is definitely a knowledgeable, learned person. Even though Paramatma explained all that, right? Why that thought came that he will have some other shape or form? Because he's seeing like Krishna as a limited being, or
Mm,
or Paramatma mentioned anywhere, okay, this is not actual form or something like that. I mean,
so in that form of Lord Krishna, he looks very simple.
mm,
Doesn't have any of the qualities that he's saying that I possess, that sovereignty, that everything is emanating from me, for example. Nobody is emanating from me. Krishna, who is like maybe
yeah.
6 feet, 7 feet, or whatever, right? he looks like any other human being. So there must be another form that represents that Paramatma who is possessing all those auspicious qualities, who is able to rule this entire world, from whom everything is emanating, and everything is functioning because of him. So yeah, it's a good question. Like, how did he even think of that he would have some form? And um, like logically, he in that form of Lord Krishna as a charioteer, he is not showing any of those qualities. So there must be some other form, which will demonstrate to Arjuna that he has all these qualities. He's um, um, he's existing in everything, right? He's the one who is creating, dissolving. So he's kind of wants to see that form which is able to demonstrate what he said.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so third sloka. Share it. Listen. एवमेतद्यथा तत्त्वम्
एवमेतद्यथार्थत्वम्
आत्मानं परमेश्वर
आत्मानं परमेश्वर
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम्
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम्
ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम
ऐश्वरं
पुरुषोत्तम
पुरुषोत्तम
Let's chant together. एवमेतद्यथा
यथार्थत्वम्
आत्मानं
परमेश्वर
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि
ते
ते
रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम. So Arjuna is now saying, Hey Parameshwara, Supreme Lord. Parameshwara, Ishvara is the one who is the Lord, who is the ruler, who is the controller, right? Isha is a key word there. So Parameshwara is the Supreme Lord, Lord of everyone. Yatha evam tvam atmanam atha. Okay. As you told about yourself. So he told about himself, about his sovereignty, about all his auspicious qualities. Yogam Aishwaram, right? He Purushottama, O Krishna, etat te Aishwaram Rupam Drashtumichhami. I wish to see your sovereign form. Okay? That Aishwaram Rupam, that form which is the sovereign form, the one that is having the rulership of this entire universe, the one that is supporting all the functions in this universe. That is a form that is causing the creation and dissolution. So that form I wish to see. Okay, as you told about yourself, like earlier he explained about himself, who he is, what he does, and what his nature, his auspicious qualities, and all that. So whatever you told me, I want to see. Right? That form, that sovereign form, and that universal form, Vishwarupam, I want to see. Okay. So in the next sloka, he says, if it is possible for for me, if it is, if it is possible to see that form, please, if I am eligible to see that form, please show that form to me. Is what Arjuna asked Lord Krishna. And we are fortunate to, see that form through the scripture, because Arjuna asked. Right. So in the next session, we will start seeing that form, that universal form of Paramatma. Okay. Any questions before we conclude? Okay. Thank you. Again, happy Sri Jayanti Shubhakankshalu to everyone. Sri Krishna Janmashtami and to everyone. We'll conclude with the concluding prayer. Kayena vacha manasendriyarva vidhyatmana va prakriti swabhavat karomi yajyat sakalam parasmai Narayanaaya samarpayami Srimannarayanaya samarpayami Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Jai Srimanarayan.
Jai Shri Manare.
Jai Srimanarayan. Thank you so much, everyone.
Jai Janmashtami.
Thank you.